Good evening. Tonight we will be discussing the Esbats and their place in Wiccan and pagan practice. Esbats are gatherings of pagans or Wiccans at certain phases of the moon. Wiccans and pagans alike typically meet twice a month at both the full moon and the new moon. Some groups only meet once a month, and if this is the case, they meet at the full moon for ritual and celebration. Both Esbats are part celebration and part magical working. They are also a time when initiations may take place. Regardless of which Esbats are celebrated, the ceremonies used to celebrate them are usually referred to as lunar rites because they follow the cycles of the moon. It is not necessarily essential to hold the Esbat on the actual day of the new moon or the full moon. The power of the new or full moon extends over 7 consecutive days, 3 days before and 3 days after the actual event. If you find that the exact day does not work for you, consider an alternate day. The closer you can get to the actual event, the better, but this isn't always practical, especially for people with jobs or families to consider. It's all right to get close. Close is good enough. The Esbats are working celebrations that usually focus on the goddess, though the god is honored as well. During Esbats, energy is raised, spells are cast, healings are performed, and minor difficulties are worked out before they become major difficulties. These rituals are designed to get something done, to use the energies of the moon to enhance magic you would like to perform. The magic performed depends on whether you are gathering for a new moon or a full moon. The full moon is an ideal time to practice attraction magics. If you want to bring something to you, this is the time of month to cast such a spell. For example, if you are considering a spell to help you find a new job, you would cast that before or at the time of the full moon. Love spells, money spells, forgiveness spells, or any spell designed to bring you something would also be performed at the full moon. As the moon grows larger, as it's in its waxing phase, it enhances all spells of a corresponding nature. The new moon is exactly the opposite. As the moon wanes, as it grows smaller, spells of a banishing nature are at their height. Any spell you might want to perform to push something away from you would be appropriate at this time. Weight loss spells are probably the most common, but if you're hoping to banish depression or a specific illness of some kind, the new moon is the perfect time to do so. Protection spells also work well at this time of month. Remember, it is not necessary to gather as a group to worship the full moon or the new moon. You can do this on your own, with your family, or with as large a group as you so desire. There are no real requirements for when you gather or if you should gather at all. What matters is that you are honoring nature, honoring the cycles of the moon, and honoring yourself. Thank you for watching. Tune in next time when we discuss the full moon in depth. Blessed be.